Okay guys, I'm back. Quick break. Okay, this building here is Paradise Casino. Can't see it very well. Yeah, sorry about that. This building in front of me is the Paradise Casino Event Center. That building in front of me is in California. This building is in Arizona. So yes, right now, guys, gals, whoever sees this, which most likely whoever sees this will be nobody, because I am nobody. Yes, so what I was going to say is technically, yes. I mean, not technically, legally, I am still in Arizona. And now, I am now in California. But not for long. Well, until, yeah, you'll see. We're now back on Cachan Drive, going south, back towards Yuma. And we are still in California. A very weird oddity around here. Not for me, but for most people probably. And like I was just saying, as I was coming this way, the road splits in half between states. Right now I'm in California. The other side of the road to my left is in Arizona. And again, if you do not believe me, well, here's Yuma. I don't know if you can see it all. The Gila Mountains about 20 miles east. That's all. I know it don't look that big, but when you come through here on your own, visually, and especially at night, the lights go on all the way from here, all the way that way, which is a good 40 miles almost. Okay, now back to the road thing. I am still in California. That part of the road right here is in Arizona. Down there, Colorado River. And sad to say, I mean, the Colorado River through Yuma is nice. It's good, great to swim in the summer. But I wish that I could see it back in its glory day when it was huge. Now going back across the Ocean Highway Bridge. 1914, that's what it says on the plaque. So this bridge was built in 1914. This is the first bridge to cross this part of the Colorado River for vehicular traffic. And again, Interstate 8 on those bridges were built in the 70s. There's another bridge north that you can't see from here, which is the 4th Avenue Bridge, which used to carry US Route 80. Which is now defunct in Arizona. It does still exist in certain areas, but I forgot where. But there's nowhere in Arizona that exists. There are some areas around, including Yuma, 32nd Street from the Big Curve. If you're familiar with Yuma, the Big Curve is where it technically is signed as Old US 80, but legally it's signed as 32nd Street. It runs east-west. Streets in Yuma run east-west, avenues run north-south. And then, yeah, all the way out to the foothills until it ends at, I believe, Avenue 8 or 9E. And then it changes names from there, and yeah, whole nother story for a whole nother day. But the bridge I was talking about is off to my right by the Quartermaster Depot. Hey, snowbird again. Don't know how to drive. Almost came into my lane. But that bridge there is 4th Avenue Bridge. It crosses the Colorado River as well. It was, from what I believe on Wikipedia, and I may be wrong, I will double check, was the second bridge for vehicular traffic to cross. And again, it carried US 80, which at one time used to run to San Diego, but Interstate 8 was built and took over for US 80, and then US 80 was cut and no longer, and it's now defunct in Arizona and many other states, including California. And Interstate 8 is now the main thoroughfare from Casa Grande, or Casa Grande, however you want to say it, Arizona to San Diego. Interstate 8 ends or begins, however you want to put it, in Casa Grande or Casa Grande, Arizona, and begins or ends in San Diego, however you want to take it. To me, it begins in Casa Grande and it ends in San Diego, no matter which direction you're going, east or west. And as I stated earlier, going the other way, and I believe the last video, now we're back on 1st Street going the opposite direction, and again, not much traffic as usual, thank God. But it's weird, I hate traffic in Yuma, but I absolutely love traffic in Los Angeles. So shout out to my people that hate traffic in LA. I'm probably one of the very rare few that actually do love driving LA traffic, no matter how bad it is. This is Avenue A. It ends in, or it begins here, however you want to put it. East Main Canal. Didn't get that very well. If anybody knows what kind of trees these are, give me a shout out. I love those trees. They are very drought resistant, which now Yuma is kind of in a drought. I believe we are in a moderate drought, and a lot of people probably don't understand that the desert is dry. Yes, it is. I've lived here long enough. Yuma's average precipitation for an entire year is just over 3 inches. I believe it's and again, I'll double check this, but I believe it's like 3.12 inches. Now, if anybody was around or even remembers this, we had a weak El Nino in end of 2009 through a part of first of 2010. And even though it was a very weak El Nino, we had buckets and buckets of rain. It was the wettest water year for Yuma, which starts August 1st and ends, I believe, March 1st or April 1st. But November, December 09 was kind of wet. We had about 2 inches in November, maybe an inch. Same for December, but the month of January, February, and March of 2010, we had over 9 inches. We even, if somehow I can figure out how to edit this video, I believe it's the first and last time this ever happened in Arizona history. We had a very rare tornado watch, which I believe was February 10th, 2010. I will check that again as well, could be wrong, but that tornado watch included, and I know I'm the weather geek in my family, the tornado watch included only a very few counties, but a very large area because Arizona counties are huge. Yuma County is almost 90 miles across east-west and about 75 miles north-south, so yes, it's huge. But the tornado watch included Yuma and La Paz counties in Arizona, East Central and Eastern Riverside County in California, Southeast California, that was a bad pothole, and central and eastern parts of Imperial County in California. Now California, even though rare for them, most people don't believe this happens, but it does happen. California has had tornado watches in other areas, so that's not the first and last time that's happened for California. But it did happen first and last time here in Arizona, which was so weird for me growing up in Michigan. I was like, yoo-hoo! We did have bad storms in Yuma that day. None of them were tornadic. And by the way, the curve that we just came around is where 8th Street ends and turns into Avenue C, which I'm now going southbound Avenue C. Back to the tornado watch. So yeah, the tornado watch, I was like, again, like I said, back there, woohoo! And, but no tornadic storms moved through Yuma. But we did have one hell of a macro burst and straight line winds and a huge thunderstorm that came through that had winds pushing 90 miles an hour in some areas where I lived at the time. The strongest wind gust we got was, I believe, 66. So, but somewhere in Yuma that wind gust was reported. But the storm that moved through here as it continued north and raced up the Colorado River Valley did turn tornadic and dropped a tornado near the town of Quartzsite up in La Paz County, Arizona. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video now. I probably didn't talk about everything I wanted to, but that's me. Probably, again, nobody will see this video, which is fine with me. But if you do, give me a likes or dislikes, whatever you want. I would like a thumbs up. Before I go, this is H Street and Avenue C. And I didn't get a left arrow because this light sucks, even though I got a green, but the left arrow has not worked in a couple weeks. Alright, County of Yuma, get your traffic lights working, especially that one at Avenue C and H Street. Later, you all.